Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM20 Build a Nation story, Climbing with Cliftonville with me, Daniel. It's part 47 and today our final season continues with a massive game. It is the Champions League playoff round against Levski Sofia. The winner is in the Champions League group stages, the loser in the Europa League. Which one will we fall into? We're going to find out by playing both legs today, as well as the Carrick Rangers game off camera. But firstly, if you are looking forward to this episode, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily content from this series, followed by FM21 at some point in the next week or two. It's not far away now, and I'm really looking forward to it. All of the plans for saves are over on the community page here, or on Twitter, or on Discord, whichever's your preferred way of getting it. There's loads of announcements about exactly what we're going to be doing. But we've got a big game today, two-legged tie. And we've started pretty awfully domestically as well. We're missing players, a left winger, Mark Lyons not fit, Jake Kane suspended, and we were held again in the Danske Bank Premiership. 2 draws in a row, Glentoran held us. They were actually unlucky not to win at the end. They had a goal ruled out for offside and 2 other great chances. Conor McMenamin, our first season star, came on and he pretty much changed the game. He made it look very difficult for us. Shane Lavery got a goal. It is a good start for him. But we are depleted and we are struggling. We're down in 7th place with 2 points after 2 games. Larne top on 6. Is this the season they finally mount a challenge? If we have a look at the transfers generally, they have lost one of their stars in Fouad Soulé, which is something that will concern them. But he's been there the last 3 or 4 years where they're flattered to deceive. So maybe it's not such a bad thing. Derry City have sent Coleraine another youngster and a couple of other transfers lower down a division. But nothing major at the top. Though I do wonder if Larne will reinvest. But we've got to worry about the Champions League. Maybe that's what's causing his domestic problems. We did have a slow start last season, but we were winning the games, which was crucial. This season, not quite so good. But if we win over 2 legs against Levski and get into the Champions League group stages, I'm sure all will be forgiven. We've got St Mirren in the next round of the Tunnocks Caramel Wafer Cup. We've got Queen's University, our feeder side in the Shield, so they'll probably be missing half a team by then. And Warren Point away in the Bet McLean Cup, which I think we already knew. We're still getting offers for 3 or 4 of our players. We've loaned out a few more as well. Young goalkeeper Thomas Clancy to Institute, Andrew George to Portadown, and Isimov has gone to Distillery, and there's a few others potentially leaving soon. So a busy end to the transfer window in terms of outs. We're still looking for that one more centre-half, which will allow us to sell McLaughlin and hopefully get a bit more harmony in the squad. It's the first summer, it's really been a problem. But let's hope it doesn't derail our Champions League bid as we come up against Levski Sofia of Bulgaria. Let's have a look at their team. Conor Randall, we mentioned in the last episode, a superstar at right back. Probably the best right back that we've come up against in this run. And the rest of their players, on paper, very decently rated. Very solid attributes across the board. The only one that's a real exception is the keeper, which seems to be in every level. The striker's not hugely great. But otherwise, everyone else is rated really well, and their side on paper is as good as ours. We'd expect them to get a result. It, of course, doesn't help that we're missing a few for injury today. So we've got, of course, we're missing the left-back Mark Lyons. We're missing Jake Kane through suspension. We haven't got McAllister fit to start either, though those 2 are both on the bench. Falconer's still out with his injury. He's got another week or so to go. His is a hamstring, so we don't want to risk that. But our 11 today is as strong as it can be. And we've still got game changers on the bench if we need them. So let's look at our 11 for the first leg. The home one, the crucial one. For some reason, we're back at Windsor Park. The last tie was fine at Solitude, and now we've moved again. I don't understand. But here's the 11. Bazunu in goal. Sirkin in at left back with Williams at right back. Shotton and Wood continue at centre half. Finley Robertson in a holding role. He will be joined by Tommy Doyle, Harvey Elliott and McCarron on the wings. And Connor Crawford with Adam Idar up front. The likes of Linley, Lavery, Cathcart, game changers on the bench. But everyone else is struggling for fitness. So let's see what they can do. Who do you think we're going to get through? Will it be Champions League or Europa League football? The first leg will be the most crucial one. So let's see if we can get an advantage. It's a very defensive 4-4-1-1 for Levski Sofia. But the skipper is the Englishman Conor Randall, who we talked about pre-match. We know is a good player. Let's see if he's going to thwart us today, because he looks a good star. The left wing, arguably our weakest side. We've got our backup left back and arguably our backup left winger in. We're probably best exploited in that area, and Connor Randall may try to do it. A poor goal kick out to that left-hand side, though Sirkin wins it back. Finds McCarran. He's got a chance to run at Randall now. Sort of tucked in. They seem to be going for a narrow back four and the wingers tracking back. But Robertson picks it up. He's gone alone and they've not tracked the midfield runners. So Finley Robertson is returned to the side, only playing due to a suspension to Jake Kane. He has run 30 yards without any pressure at all and slotted it in the corner from the edge of the box. 1-0 Cliftonville. Now we've got to make sure there's no away goals. And we've got a corner for Nico Williams into the front post. Falls as far as Tommy Doyle on the edge of the box. Fooled me this highlight. Had the drink ready. You can see it there. I was proving to go and have a sip. As Sirkin picks it up 40 yards out to Connor Wood. Nathan Wood, sorry. All of the names all over the place now. Doyle up to Crawford. Flicks on for Idar. Just wide of the post. 2-0 would have been a lovely luxury at this stage. But we look good early on. And we've got another corner with Nico Williams. To the front post. It's knocked down to Wood. He's got a chance but goes all the way back. Not confident in front of goal there. Sirkin switches it right to Williams. Flicked on to Elliott. Into the back post. McCarran brings it down. No one wants it. Idar gets there. And eventually puts it wide via the bottom of the post. A difficult start. And a difficult evening for Levski so far. But they've kept it at 1 and that could be crucial. As Robertson picks it up in the middle again, Randall really makes a hash of his clearance and McCarran delivers to the back post. Flicked away as far as Nico Williams, who's always high up the pitch there. And he's taken on the fullback. Gets to the byline, chance to cross. Back to Tommy Doyle, into the back post to McCarran. And his header's just wide, but encouraging that he won it. 5 minutes to half time then. We have absolutely pasted Levski, but it's only 1-0. And that is a dangerous scoreline. We could do with a second before the break. It falls for Harvey Elliott who gets it. Adam Idar's initial header from the cross blocked off the defender. And Elliott left-footed, so composed, just slides it under the keeper. 2-0 Cliftonville. And it's looking good up to half-time. But look now, Nico Williams injured again. As Elliott's won a penalty, I think. Big hoof free kick to the back post. And we're going to VAR. It is a penalty. Adam Idar to take it. We have got the injury to Williams to worry about. There's no good right back about. Idar steps up, penalty in the corner. 2 quick fire goals before the break and it is 3-0 to Cliftonville. And surely, if we keep solid at the back, Champions League football's on the way again. 3-0 at half-time, brilliant performance. Connor Crawford been quiet up front, but there is a positive with him as well. We'll talk about that between the 2 games. But firstly, let's get into the second half. Can we make this lead bigger or can we at least keep it at 3? We've got a free kick on the edge. Tommy Doyle, normally good from these, but it's Crawford taking it and he's put it in. I said he'd been quiet and he has really made amends for that. 4-0 Cliftonville. Connor Crawford with a goal, a beautiful free kick. And Champions League football, here we come. As we're back on the edge of the box, as the centre kick goes backwards, it's hoofed straight to Dennis Sirkin at left back. He's had a really good game actually. Probably maybe more confident in selling Mark Lyons. The bids are up to 3.5 million now. So if we can get a little bit more, we might do it. As Sirkin puts the ball into Adam Idar. Headed away as far as Elliott on the right byline. Chance to cross, but he's challenged. And it'll be cleared downfield, I imagine. In fact, it's not. He's taken his time. But eventually it finds Mladenov. He gets it up front. Back to Sofirov. Into midfield. And they're forced backwards again. Excellent pressing. Elliott intercepts the switch of play. He goes alone. He's into the box. Finds Connor Crawford. And he slides it in for 5. 3 minutes into the second half. And we've scored technically either side of the break 4 goals in 5 minutes. Incredible work and we're definitely going through now. Champions League football for the 2nd year in a row. And we're going to have a group stage draw at the end here. We'll rest Nico Williams shortly, but let's see if we can get another one yet. Crawford on the right hand side, challenged. Cleared away down the left. We do not want an away goal still. We know they can be dangerous. Mladenov picks it up on the left wing. Back to Pavlov. Time on the ball, goes down the line. Svetanov, inside to Pavlov again. Back to the striker and scores. It's 5-1. And that'll delay the Nico Williams sub. Because the last thing we want is to let in 2 or 3 away goals. I don't want to get arrogant just yet. 15 minutes to go. I'm going to have to do it now. He's absolutely knackered at right back. Josh Hare will come on. We'll drop him to a support duty just to solidify the defence slightly. Is there anything else we can really do there? I mean, I have to bring Lyons on for Sirkin because he's tired as well and he's probably going to need to play at the weekend. So those are the 2. We'll just change the fullbacks and we'll make one more in 10 minutes. Doesn't need to be a big change, doesn't need to be long before the end. but it looks good at the moment. 5 to go, it's still 5-1. So let's take Finley Robertson off, he's knackered. It will be Sammy Wilson on for him. Doyle as a deep line playmaker. Sammy Wilson, central midfielder on defend. No need to get a sixth now, it's just making sure we don't concede again. 5-1 and we should be through. There we go then, a 5-1 victory. That 4-goal spurt in 5 minutes there to either side of the break, and it's a comfortable victory. Connor Crawford with a brace, Robertson, Elliott and Idar with one apiece. And the first leg has gone just about as well as it possibly could have. With injuries, we look really strong. And although we've got another game at the weekend which could go wrong, we've struggled domestically so far. It looks good going into the second leg. So 5-1 the victory, Connor Crawford the star. And we'll be back in 8 days' time to look at Connor Crawford in a bit more detail and head into that second leg over in Bulgaria. We are back for the second leg, and there's a few problems if we're being honest. We have got a little bit of good news, but that's outweighed by the bad. Mark Lyons has handed in 4 transfer requests in the last week. 2 of them today, I think. There was another one a bit further down as well. We'll go and find it in a minute. But he's unhappy that we're not letting him go to Bournemouth. We will. We're just waiting until deadline day so we can get the most possible. The bids with add-ons and things up to about 5 million now. We're also going to get rid of McLaughlin, and we're going to need to get in a left winger because McAllister made his comeback at the weekend and he got injured for another 6 weeks. I wrongly said Falconer had a pulled hamstring at the start of this. It's actually ankle ligaments, but he's back and he's on the bench today. We've actually decided to drop Mark Lyons as well. Our assistant manager's the one who suggested it. But if we go and have a look at the schedule, the little bit of good news is that we did win our first Danske Bank Premiership game this season. Josh Hare with a screamer in the first 10 minutes after Shane Lavery had given us a lead. But again, against a side that scraped their way up last season, it was unconvincing, it was poor, and we probably should have drawn it. So Larne did drop their first points of the season. We're now just 2 off them and a few other sides. It's not looking too bad at the moment, so we're pretty happy with that. If we go to the transfers for the league, nothing really happening still. So it is going to be a very busy deadline day or a very disappointing window. One of the two for the Irish League. So let's go and get into the second leg. We're 5-1 up, of course, against Levski Sofia. We shouldn't be able to throw it away. And hopefully the next action will be the Champions League group stage draw tomorrow. We'll wait and see if we get that opportunity. But the squad for today is near enough the same. Finley Robertson replaced by Jake Kane, who's back from suspension, and Sirkin coming in at left back for Mark Lyons, who we are not playing from the start today. He's on the bench. The rest of the team the same, I believe. Let's go and get into the second leg. Narrow diamond for Levski Sofia. Not what we expected to see, but the first leg means nothing. Let's go out and win it. We know we can rely on these guys. We know they can do it on the big stage. And they've got 90 minutes separating them from the group stages for the second year in a row. And we've got an early free kick with Tommy Doyle. He's back on free kick duties and he nearly made the most of it. Tip wide at a post. Brilliant effort. And it's a corner kick which will be taken by Williams. Outswinger to the front post. Away as far as Crawford. On the edge of the box back to Williams. Into Idar. Nodded down. McCarron's got there eventually. And it's crossed by Shotton but blocked and away. And Pavlov sees it out for a throw. Good start though for Cliftonville. And no Conor Randall today. Has he been sold maybe? I'm not sure if he has, but Doyle's picked it up on the right-hand side again. Nico Williams inside to Harvey Elliott. Back to Williams. Crosses to the back post. And it's overhit, but Sirkin will get there. Rare start for him in Europe. And it's headed away at the back post as Nico Williams there again. Fullback to fullback on that occasion. The second one away as far as McCarron. Hits the post and Crawford can't get to the rebound. That should have been tie over. One away goal. And Levski need 5 for extra time. There's no problems if we do that. And it started pretty well, but no goal yet. As Nico Williams has a throw on the right. Finds Doyle. Inside to Williams. Lovely cross into the back post. And it's away as far as Randall. He is there. Where's he playing then? He's not right back, is he? Shot and wins it back in defence. Oh, he's playing holding midfield, Randall. Didn't notice him in there. Bazunu picks it up in goal. Well mopped up from Shotton at left centre half there. Long ball forward, which finds the centre half for Levski. And it's long downfield to Nathan Wood. Lovely hoof up to Idar. Perfectly placed as well. Idar picks it up in the middle. Goes right. Beats 2 men into the box alone. His shot's tame and it's straight at Tomov. But it's a brilliant run from the former Norwich man. And we've got a free kick at centre half. Nathan Wood just inside the opposition half. And he finds Doyle who crosses from the right. But it's cleared away as far as Jake Kane. Barely mentioned his name so far. And he finds Sirkin at left back. Inside to Kane again. Can he do something special now? He can't. Keeps it simple. Nothing wrong with that. As long as we're in possession, ticking the minutes down, I'm happy. Sirkin picks it up on the left. His cross is blocked. Jake Kane will chase. Will he get there? He does. That's what he's there for. Brilliant mopping up, the deep line midfielder. And it's a switch from Shotton to Harvey Elliott. Up towards Idar. Headed away as far as McCarron. He gets to the byline. Crosses for Connor Crawford. Drops to Elliott on the rebound. And it is 1-0 Cliftonville on the night. 6-1 on aggregate. And we are going through to the Champions League group stages. Now we can start to think about who we'd like in the draw. The whistle goes. It is a comfortable night for us so far. It's been a really good performance. And just having those happy players in has worked. A few of them looking complacent now. And by a few, I mean 9 out of the 11. So I think we might have to demand a bit more just to keep them on their toes. It's not really had any impact at all. But we're still dominating. And we've got a free kick on the edge with Connor Crawford. Scored one of these in the first leg. And doesn't this time. Side netting only. But an hour on the clock. It's been a brilliant performance on the road. Liam McCarron's got a knock on the left. We're going to have to wrap him in cotton wool because he's the only one we've got fit. Mark Lyons will be leaving, so we're going to give him a chance on the wing. Up front, Idar replaced by Calvin Faulkner, half an hour back from injury, and we'll leave the last one 5 more minutes. But we're back as Levski have got it on the right wing with Martinov, taking on Dennis Sirkin. Crosses to the back stick, headed away by Wood, only as far as Vetanov, and it's a good block, but it goes to Martinov. Off the woodwork and it's deflected behind for a corner. 20 minutes to go and the first sign of life we've seen out of the Bulgarians. And they're going to cross it in with Sofirov. An outswinging corner to the back post to Pavlov. And his lands on the roof of the net. A good header, but not enough. Still 1-0 Cliftonville. 15 minutes to go. And because he was so good in the first leg, I'm going to give Finley Robertson a run out. Jake Kane's the man who's replaced. And Tomov with the goal kick. It's a free kick inside his own box technically. Elliott wins it to Crawford. Got a man over on the right, 2 of them there, but he goes back to Wood on halfway. Wood switches to the right wing, to Williams. Always looking for the overlap, always crossing, and this one's headed away. Mark Lyons, playing on the left wing for the first time, gives it back to Finley Robertson. Switches right to Elliott, Williams overlapping. Can he find him? He can't. He crosses though. Crawford down to Williams, back to Doyle. Hits the post. It's still in play though to Crawford. Elliott crosses to Lyons again. And it's a good save by Tomov. Mark Lyons nearly signed off with a goal. But as it is, it's just a corner kick. Brilliant performance so far as Sofirov heads away as far as Doyle. It's all Cliftonville. It's brilliant to watch. Doyle to the back post, headed away. Why can't we play like this in the league? Nathan Wood gives it away this time though. And there's the pressure over. 10 to go. It's still brilliantly comfortable. And we've got a throw on the left with Dennis Sirkin. Into Mark Lyons. His cross is blocked to Faulkner. Sirkin takes on his man though, and he's going to get it in again. Finds Finley Robertson. Edge of the box, left-hand side. So the back stick, it's away. And Nico Williams will get there. They're just camped in their own half. The diamond really hasn't worked for them. The number 10's just ended up in a midfield 3. As Faulkner finds Crawford, Tomov does brilliantly to tip it onto the bar. And he manages to keep it at 1. Fair play to him. No shots on target for Levski Sofia. We have held them off so well. And Martinov picks it up in the middle to Sofirov. Martinov again. Mladenov. Out wide to Randall. Now back on the right. Into the box alone. Brilliant run. Bazunu makes a good save from him. He shouldn't have let it in from that angle. But it was a good effort and sign of life again. Full time. It's 1-0 on the night. 6-1 on aggregate. Harvey Elliott with the decisive goal today. And we are through to the Champions League group stages. The draw takes place on deadline day, but we'll have a few hours after that, so we won't worry about all that stuff. We're going to get through to 5 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll be back for the draw in just a moment. Well, some good news at last. Transfer deadline day, getting busy in Northern Ireland. One of our former players, Chris Curran, now 32, gone to Carrick Rangers. They've also signed Adam Mullen, who's another decent experienced player. Howard Beveland, a good centre-half to Ards. There's some good players on the move here. However, the biggest deal of the day, Graham Kelly going to Bradford City from Larne and then bringing in Charlie Owens from Peterborough for 20,000. A good midfielder, Northern Irish under-21 international in the past, and he's a solid pro. They're bringing players from England, which is great. Probably not quite as much across the board as we'd like, but I think it's fair to say Carrick Rangers making moves and Larne trying to keep up. So fair play to them at least. But we're here finally for the Champions League draw. Loads of offers going around today. None for Mark Lyons yet, ironically. That would be hilarious after all of the fuss. So let's go and get into it. We are still 4th seeded for the draw. Though we need a top of that pot now, above the likes of Hertha Berlin, Getafe, Monaco and Basel, but still very much in pot 4. So let's get through the first 3 pots and we'll be back in a moment to see which group we'd like. There we go then. What takes your fancy? I mean, the worst group looks like Group C, because that's got Inter, Leverkusen and United. 3 big nation sides, I guess, which makes it difficult. Any of the others, I probably fancy my chance at having a go at third at least. I know we're not as good a side, but we've played Feyenoord and competed last year. We've competed with Celtic in the past. I fancy us to be alright, so let's see which one we get drawn in. Group A is Fenerbahce. Group B, Getafe. Group C, Basel. Group D, Anderlecht. So will it be Feyenoord again? No, that's Milan. That's a horrid ending. PSG and Liverpool and Celtic? No, Hertha Berlin. Barcelona and Juventus and RB Salzburg. Monaco, which means we're in pot H. So Portuguese opposition again, but this time Porto. Real Madrid versus Cliftonville and Olympique Lyonnais. Not a great group for finishing third, but a wonderful one for an experience for the club. We will be in a group with Real Madrid. We will come back for one of those Champions League group stage matches. We'll play through a little bit off camera and we will be back to face either Real Madrid, Lyon or FC Porto. What a group, what an achievement for the 2nd year in a row. So we'll finish off deadline day and get through September and we'll be back for one of our Champions League games. If you did enjoy this episode, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily content from this series, as well as FM21 just around the corner. We've announced all of our plans now and there's a couple of votes going as well. So check out the community page here on my Discord server and on Twitter as well for more details about my FM21 plans. You can check out the podcast channel in the eye above, as well as much more from this channel. But a big thanks for watching this one and your continued support as always. And I'll see you next time for Champions League group stage football again.